Talk Radio.
Everybody get up! 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 I'm killing more, and there's an epidemic of senseless killing going on in this world today, such as governmental wars, gang and drug wars, domestic violence, and illegal guns. To stop this, we must all participate in the International Stop the Violence campaign. You feel me? Brothers and sisters, increase the peace. We got to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Squash the beat. Squash the beat. Brothers and sisters. Real talk. Increase the peace. Too many of us die young. Die young. Never reaching out. Killing one another every day. Every day. And the signs of evidential. Evidential. We filled up the cemetery. What? We filled up the jail. What? Filled up the courtroom. What? Living constantly on bail. What? But the pain runs deep. Runs deep. Deep. Hurt is what you feel. You feel. Another shot is gone forever. And ever. The funerals are for real. For real. But when you look at your children, do you want them to end up dead? End up dead? Another shot is found. Wasted again. With the bullets in the head. We got to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, help me increase the peace. We got to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, real talk, increase the peace. We got to deprogram and reprogram the way we live our lives, and always put the creative first. And call a truce from enemies we made throughout the years to heal the wounds that we've had to nurse. Peace is a choice for us to lose before we lose our humanity. Since our children's future that's at stake. So look within the mirrors of your soul and seek the truth. You'll find that love will always be stronger than hate. We got to break this cycle of being self-hatred, spiritual prison. Curse we have to shake and understand. To change our hoods and communities we can all be proud of. And pride ourselves on every level of master plans. And smell this. When someone else tries to tell you this colonial propaganda, man of who your enemies really are, remember the lack of education, jobs, and poverty is the real enemy. Be think and stop all the wars. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, help me increase the peace. We got to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, real talk, increase the peace. Gangbangers, stop right now! Help me somebody! Lesbian brothers, stop right now! To make this a better world to live. Latino brothers, stop right now! Stop killing one another. Caucasian brothers, stop right now! It's gonna be easy, but we all have to forgive. Asian brothers, stop right now! Help me somebody! Asian brothers, stop right now! Make this a better world to live. Islamic brothers, stop right now! Stop killing one another. Christian brothers, stop right now! All God's children, stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, help me increase the peace. We got to stop the violence. Stop the violence. Watch the beat. Watch the beat. Brothers and sisters, real talk, increase the peace. Stop the violence! Stop the violence! Stop the violence! Stop the violence! You heard what I said! Stop the violence! Right now! Right now!
News Talk host Donnell Baylor. Right here on Daily Gossip News and iHeartRadio. Call in at 319-527-6761. News, sports, political views, and more.
All right.
right, y'all. It is definitely going down on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening. It is official. Oh man, July. I mean, I don't know why I said July. What am I thinking about? It is official September the 3rd, 2020, and we got another hot show coming up tonight. I am your host, Donnell Bout, right here on Daily Gospel News, where we talk about everything that's going on from a local level to a nationwide level to news to everything you want to know. We got it right here. And let me tell y'all something. It's been a busy news day. And we're going to get right to the bottom of it coming up in a few more minutes. But first, we got to say what's up to my beautiful new co-host. Hi, she's in the building. Good evening. How you doing?
I am great. How's everyone? Yeah.
It look like this gonna be me and you for tonight hosting, and you know our boy he'll come in later like he normally do. My boy, we got a fair special prayer after him because he called me earlier and said he's not feeling too well. He said it started last night. I think that's why he wasn't talking as much. But we got to keep our sports guy in prayer. And I look like, girl, you may be doing sports. and I know you're not even ready for that. In your mind, you're thinking, no, Johnny, you know I'm not a sports person. So next, I'm giving it to somebody else. Am I right about that, co-host?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
I'm not a sports person.
I got to say, you know how we do it. The first thing we always do on a radio show is ask what happened interesting in your life today. So I'm going to let you start because, you know, I got to be real. Ladies first. So what happened with you today? Did you have an interesting thing that happened to you today?
No, not really. I just went to work. You know, my baby, he's doing homeschool. So I guess the only interesting thing is instead of him being at school in front of his little friends, having his little temper tantrums, he's at home having his temper tantrums. So
that sounds like my son hasn't started. Right. And my son hasn't not started homeschool yet. He will be starting on Tuesday. I was going to let him start on Labor Day. I said, no, I'm not going to let him start on Labor Day. I'm going to let him start on Tuesday when the school district start back. So he's not 2-3. You know, most kids not 2-3 when it's talking about going back to school.
Back to school. Mm-hmm.
You know, kids did not like the kids did not want school. They did not like school. But I said, son, you gotta go to school and get that education because that education is gonna get you out this house. Hey, did you hear what I said? That education gonna get you out this house.
Gonna get you out the house. I know that's right.
And make some, and maybe be rich and famous and make some money for me. Damn, did I say that? I don't know. All right, y'all, man. Let me tell y'all what happened to me today. Nothing really. You know what? Actually, nothing fancy happened to me today. I was just, just doing my normal routine and going out there promoting the show. Shout out to everybody that's been following us on Facebook, saying that they love the show. So, you know, that's mainly what happened. What do you think? What do you think?
And make sure that you keep your license and IDs and stuff. Don't lose them. Don't be so busy.
You know what? You just made me think about that. Let me check this. Oh, I forgot. I put it in my cup. You ain't gonna believe this. I have a favorite coffee cup. This is what I do. A lot of people don't know what I do for a living. I actually make gift baskets. Did you know that?
Oh no.
I make gift baskets with a cup. You know why I call it a cup? Because I do the coffee cups. I'm a big fan. You guys are gonna always hear me say I love coffee. So I get these different coffee cups and I put them in a basket and I make them and I decorate it, put candy in it. Oh, I make it look really nice and I give them out for gifts. So that's one of my coffee cups. I actually end up putting my ID in it and keep it in there so I know. Every time I look at that cup, I think about some coffee, girl. Every time I look at that cup, I say, coffee! Coffee's calling my damn name. Oh, let me stop.
Yeah, I just need you not to lose that. Well, you won't lose the coffee. You won't lose that.
Wait, if you lose the coffee. I know. Coffee, ID. Just put them together. Did I say that? Oh, anyway, I'm tripping. All right, y'all give us a call and let us know what's going on with y'all. Whatever top story y'all want to talk about, you give us a call at area code 319-527-6761. Area code 319-527-6763. 527-6761 again. 319 area code 527-6761. If you got a story idea. And before we get into this other big story, because I know you got a big story coming up today too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had the march, the march on Washington over the weekend, and that march over the weekend was really, really, really nice. Well, I don't know if you heard the news, but after that march, Monday afternoon, there was a shooting in California.
Yes.
A black man was shot and killed in California. I want to say Los Angeles Sheriff Department is reporting. The news out there is reporting that the Los Angeles Sheriff Department are investigating a shooting that happened with an African American male. Now they don't know what caused the situation, but we're going to keep you guys abreast. There was Black Lives Matter and dozens of people out there protesting for this, but we don't know all the details. As soon as we get more details about it, we definitely here at Daily Gospel News will definitely keep you abreast as we get more details about this. Now we're gonna move on to some local news in Fort Worth. The city of Fort Worth is looking for a brand new chief. They said they want to have a chief in place no later than 2021. According to the city of Fort Worth website page, they are saying that they are going to be spending $25,000 to get a search company to do a nationwide search to look for the chief. Now, here's what they said that they want in the chief. They're looking for a chief that is going to be like the chief that we got now, that's going to work with the community, and especially with the way things has been happening all across the country. They have to have a really good chief that's going to work really good with the black community, and also able to work with work with different people. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happened with that. What are your thoughts on that? Because we know that you had your son was murdered by the Arlington Police Department, and
they
what
looking
does
for
this mean for you? Yeah, and what does this mean for you? What do you think Arlington and the Fort Worth Police Department should be doing right now to make sure that they get the right chief in that's going to be transparent, and also not only transparent, but also be able to stay focused on working with both people, the black community and diversity of people? Let's talk about that.
Well, I think that, first of all, I don't think it needs to be a local police officer. You know, they may have to go out of state, because
but that's what they're talking about doing. That's what they're talking about.
Yes, Texas, especially in Arlington. Yeah, especially in Arlington, they seem to be so corrupt, and no police officer has been held accountable for their actions. And I think that you need a chief and a mayor and a city manager in place who will hold these people accountable for their actions. They own our taxpaying dollars.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
I don't know what profession you could do and be doing crazy stuff where you get all kinds of write-ups and warnings and you don't lose your job. You can work at McDonald's and get 3 write-ups, you out the door. But a police officer just keep getting a slap on the wrist, and then you want to tell me how hard his or her life is. I understand that they have a hard job, but they signed up for that. They signed up for that. You knew what you were into. You're supposed to be a public servant. I think that a chief needs to make sure that he's out for the public, for the people, for all people. I feel like they need to come in with some new programs to work in the lower income areas. Like, first of all, park your cars and get out and walk these communities. That's how I feel.
Right.
Walk these communities. That way people will be familiar with who you are and what you're about. But that's
and you know what? I love what you're saying because what you're saying is so true, and I think it's important that we bring the right people in. But not only that, you need to be able to. And let me answer this, and I know you're gonna be honest with me. Do you think the officers do need to blend in with the community so the community can feel comfortable? Because if you got officers who don't even want to be around you, and let's make a prime example. When we had that event on West 7th Street, that police officer, after they got through helping us with the march on West 7th Street, because you was there, the first thing that officer did, we invited him to, we asked him did he want something to eat, and he got him a hot dog, and he was just so happy. It was very well respectful, and I do want to generate and put this out there. All police officers are not bad. I want to make sure that I put that out there. But this is what I'm gonna need the good officers to do. I'm gonna need the good officers to be able to start speaking up. When you see a bad officer doing something, you need to speak up, and you need to let that officer know. No, we're not going to do that, because I have seen black officers let some of them white officers know. No, this is not the way to do it. We're not going to do this. This is not going to go down like that. Okay, so and we need more officers like that, because if you can resolve a situation quick, and don't get me wrong, I understand that you have to think quick. But if a person, and I gotta continue to say this, once that person runs from you, that person is no longer a threat. So we need to put our understanding out there, because we got a lot of officers that tune into my show. Once that person get away from you, you have no right to shoot that person that many times. 7 to 8 times, like you did with the Jake Blake. What's his name? Jacob Blake. Like you did him. Okay. Yeah, like you did Jake. You shot this young man 7 to 8 times in the back. And they still investigating this, and people are still saying that Jacob was trying to break up a fight. So if he was trying to break up a fight, why in the hell would you allow this young man to get shot this many times? But see, when it comes to us, when it comes to fight, if he's breaking up a fight, you have no right to shoot him. He is trying to make peace with both of these. So you had no right. If this really happened, you had no right to shoot this man. And if that's the case, that is a major lawsuit with that police department. What you think?
I think so. I think that when it comes to blacks, a police officer is quick to go to deadly force instead of using all of his resources. There was a video out where the white man was chasing a police officer with a knife around the car. But, I mean, looking at him, you could tell he must have been under some kind of influence of something, but they seem to use all resources. And they make deadly force the last thing. They don't use our resources when it comes to us, and they make deadly force the main thing. They just shoot and kill us quick, fast, in a hurry. Or they choke us to death.
You're right. And another thing that really gets me angry and upset is that the fact that we have to continue. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. They treat white young boys different than they do young black men.
Oh, yeah.
Because just like that young white boy that shot 2 people last week, and then they turn around and then get him to what? The next day? 11 hours
The
later?
next day. And then they want you to understand, well, he was, his life was in jeopardy. He was in fear. First of all, he left home with that gun in his hand to protect land that didn't belong to him, protect something that wasn't his. So I'm trying to understand, what are you there for? You got officials who can protect that. You didn't have to go out there doing stuff. So it's like, to me, I heard Trump call the protesters agitators. When you use words like that, that means that we are doing something to ignite to ignite something, to ignite a reaction from the police officers. That is not the truth, and I can tell you that's not the truth because when I protested in Dallas, I was in the protest when Dallas got gassed. When that man started shooting those tear gas on the ground, I was right there on the front line, and all we did was turn a corner. That's all we did. But they called us agitators. That is not the truth. The media uses words to make you think, well, they're doing something. They deserve to get what they got because they're agitators. Who are the agitators? Are undercover cops who come in and blend in with the protesters. And people, I mean, look at what's happening right now all across the way. You've been having protests for over 100 days since George Floyd's death. And now you got other people who want to counter-protest with us, and they have weapons. And whether those weapons are loaded or not, you're still trying to intimidate us. So who's the agitators? Right. The protesters with hands up, don't shoot, or the protesters with the guns and who's saying they got a right to carry?
Right. And you know, the sad part about it is that we continue to see a spike in murder rates here in the U.S. People from all across the country are being especially black men and women are being murdered, and it continues to happen. And it used to happen, and maybe every once in a while, but now it's starting to be it's so normal now. Only thing we can do now is just say, oh, okay.
Which one?
What happened? Who did it? it? And it's getting to be so normal now that we don't even say it's just like diabetes. You know, once you get back in the day when I was growing up, diabetes was a big thing. If somebody got was a diabetic, everybody was worried about that. But now, people when you say you got diabetes, somebody else gonna say the same thing. Oh, I got it too. So it's the same way with the shooting. The shooting continues to happen, and I'm not gonna lie. This must stop because this ain't only happened on Trump watch. Let's be real. This even happened on Barack Obama watch. And let's be real. Right. What is it gonna take? Because it sounds like to me that don't matter what president get in, it's still happening. So what's the key? How do we stop these police shootings from happening? And what should America be doing right now to try to prevent these shootings from happening? Let's talk about that.
I think that first of all, there has to be true accountability. When I went to Washington, I got interviewed by a man who said he was from Australia. And he said, of course, racism is everywhere. He said, but you know what? Our police officers are not like your American police officers. They don't do what your police officers do. We got racism, but our police officers are not like yours. And when he said that, I was like, well, dang.
Wow.
He said, no, we got police officers, but they don't do what you do.
But you know what? That's not a good look. That's not a good look. If you got officers, if they're saying that their officers don't do what we do, we have a major problem here in America. The U.S. has a major problem, and something needs to be done with all of these shootings that continue to happen, especially in the state of Texas, in the city of Fort Worth and Arlington, where it continues to happen. We continue to talk about it, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick and tired of talking about it on my radio show and on my TV station, and I've been talking about it for the past 5 years, and it continues to happen because we have a justice system who is not working for the African American. Let's be real. It is not working for the African American, and it continues to happen, and it must stop. And that's one thing that we're doing with United by Justice, and that's why I say to America and to our African America, black young people, black people, period, that if you think that you can fight this fight by yourself, you got another thing coming. You need everybody to fight. It ain't just all about black. It ain't just all about young people. It is about all of us coming together, voting, getting the right people to get in office and get these rat-faced people out of office who does not mean American people any good. If you're not fighting for the justice of the black community, you need to get the hell out of office now. If you are the president of these United States and you're not fighting for the black community, okay, and you continue to support the police even when they're doing wrong, then you need to not be the president of the United States. And I don't care what person is the president if you're not doing it, because wrong should be wrong and right should be right. And it's not right for you to continue to not say anything, because when you don't say nothing, that's hurting more than you saying something. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. It's like when they keep on telling you, even in school, see something, say something. See something, say something.
That's right.
If you see a child being bullied in school, see something, say something. Or if you hear of a boy saying he's going to bring a gun to school, they want you to report it. See something, say something. But police officers don't have that same, they don't under that same rule of thumb. So that's, to me, is being a hypocrite. And you're talking about looking for a chief. Of course, Arlington, Texas needs a good chief of police. But let's talk about this. How about let's get rid of the DA?
Thank you.
Because I don't know the DA in Dallas, but I can see his work.
Well,
I see what he's doing.
You don't want to see the one in Fort Worth either, because racist, very racist. Very racist.
I heard somebody tell me
is very racist.
Somebody told me that she used to be a judge, and she would throw pencils at you, and however many pencils fell on the floor, that's how many years you got. What kind of stuff is that? That was so unprofessional for me to say that. But, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but a few months ago, when a black woman who was a judge was sitting on the bench, and she had braids in her hair, and half of her head is shaved. They talked about her like a dog. But then you got a white woman sitting on the bench, and she got blue hair. Blue hair. So it lets me know that you're a white person wearing a robe, you can do what you want to do. But a black person wearing a robe, you want to dog us out So I think we need to just, the whole justice system needs to be changed. Sharon Wilson needs to lose her job.
But you know what? And I agree with you on that, but sister, let me be real with you. It's not going to change until we as a black community start coming together. We as a race have to start sticking together. One of the biggest problems that I'm seeing happen, and people hate when I say this, but I'm going to be real. When you make it, brother, you're making up an excuse. This ain't not making an excuse. We have to stick together as a black race and stop going against one another. If we start doing that, we can get so much done. Just like when we had that big protest in downtown Fort Worth that I was over. If everybody, young people and everybody would have stuck together, we could have been very strong in numbers. If everybody, instead of trying to be overpower somebody, take the lead, you should have to set your tail down and work with the community. See, that is the biggest problem that we have in our community, because the community, the black community, everybody wants to be first. But guess what? If you didn't start it, you need to set your ass down, or either get behind the leaders and we all work together. That did not happen. And the minute that did not happen, that's when the whole group divided. So I'm here to tell y'all, we can talk about each other, we can dog each other out, but as long as we continue to do that, we're going to continue to fail. As long as we continue to talk bad about each other, call each other this, oh, that nigga ain't no good, that nigga ain't this. Well, guess what? We're going to continue to have the same situation because they're looking at us like, okay, black folks don't even have it together. That's how white folks looking at us. What you think?
I think so, too. I've been in part of protests and big protests where me as a person, I'm the founder of SLAMS, which means Second Look at My Sons. when you called me, it wasn't about slams, even though you helped me set up a protest. It was about, you kept on saying, D, we here for you. D, we here for you. But when I came out, I was there for you. When you said, okay, we need help setting up the table, I didn't mind putting my hands to work. That's what it's all about, us working together. I may be the founder, but I can help other people along the way. That's how you build a better community. That's how you even learn when they talk about us when we protest. Everybody can't be out there on the front line, but somebody can stand on the side and pass out water. Somebody can maybe go pick up somebody who want to march. Somebody can, lead a chant. Somebody can say a prayer. Somebody can sing a song. Somebody can do something. We all need to come together. That's how they did it in the old days. That's what we need to get back. I don't have to be on the front line, but I can make some phone calls. I can write some letters. I can do something.
And so that's what we have to do as the black race. We have to. You're right, and we have to learn to blend in. Just like when I go to other people's protests, I don't go over there and take over unless they say, "Hey, I need you to do this." And whatever they ask me to do, I'm going to do. Just like when you had your protest, I didn't come over there to take over. That's your protest. Whatever you needed me to do, United My Justice was there to help you. We were there to assist you in everything that you need to do. So,
and I thank you for
it. Be.
Y'all just kept asking me, what you need me to do.
And that's what we was there for, to help you. And I think that's what we need to do as a community. Just like when we go to Crystal Mesa event coming up Monday. We ain't going there to take over. We going there to assist her, help her, whatever we need to do. That's what we need to be doing, focusing, helping her. Not coming over there. United My Justice ain't coming over to take over. We coming over to assist. That's what we're coming over. When you asked me to do it, I said yes. So we coming over there to assist. And that's what we need to do as a black race. You young people out there, I'm going to be honest with you, stop trying to take over shit, okay? Stop trying to take over and let us all work together.
Work together. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, we all got to work together. We can't do it going against each other. That's why things are happening the way it's happening right now, and that's why everybody's struggling. We all got to be on the same page, and if the white folks don't see us on the same page, ain't shit gonna stop. Let me be real. Ain't nothing going to stop happening. They're going to continue to do what they do. They're going to continue to murder black people across the country until we come together with a solution. And all the idiots out there that's doing it for the wrong reason, you need to get the hell up out the office. You need to get the hell up out of the protest because you're making the protest look bad. Let's be real. You're making the protest look bad. I tell you what, it is official 32 after the hour. It's time for us to take our first break. We're officially now taking a break at 30 after the hour instead of 15. So we're going our first break, and we'll be right back. And Crystal Mesa will be live with us. And coming up next, we're going to talk about this. Girl, we're going to talk about voter pressure. We're going to talk about what President Trump said, because I know you heard about it. President Trump, what he told the people in North Carolina. And you wonder why we got black people who are going to prison for 5 years for something that they didn't do and talking about that they voted when they weren't supposed to. But you got people, now the president, you got the people like the president who's telling the people in North Carolina to vote twice. Go and vote mail and go and vote at the poll. We're going to talk about that, and that ain't going to be nothing nice when we get back. We're going to take our quick break. You tune in to us live, iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, where we are making a difference in the community. We'll be right back.
News Talk host Donnell Ballard, right here on Daily Gossip News and iHeartRadio. Call in at 319-527-6761. News, sports, political views, and more.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
Take the pressure off your kidneys and your health. High blood pressure is a second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, you're at risk for chronic kidney disease, which can lead to kidney failure. Kidney disease also increases your chances of stroke, heart attack, and death. Early-stage kidney disease usually has no symptoms. The good news is healthy lifestyle habits that help you manage high blood pressure also help protect your kidneys. Take medications as prescribed. Aim for a healthy weight. Select healthier foods and beverages. Quit smoking. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Reduce stress and make physical activity part of your routine. For more information about the link between high blood pressure and kidney health, visit niddk.nih.gov.
Are you looking for more time to spend with your friends and family? Are you tired of living payday to payday? Would you like to wake up when you're finished sleeping? Do you have too much month at the end of your money? Do your kids know the babysitter better than you? If you're ready to do something about it, go to www.enjoymylife.info.
Hi, Dallas Fort Worth. I'm Darnell Ballard, the radio news talk show host. Make sure you tune in to us every night, Monday through Friday, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as we talk about everything that's happening. If it's the top story news of the day, you better believe we're talking about it. And guess what? We're the only radio show you can call in and talk live with us about any topic you want to talk about. And we also are being rebroadcast on iHeartRadio. We are an iHeartRadio talk show. So make sure you tune in to us again, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 2 hours of nothing but the best and conversation of what's going on and trying to get you ready to get out there and vote. So tune in to us 7 to 9, and I approve this message, and you heard it first.
Everything is changing day to day, and the first place youth in foster care across Washington state are going is Treehouse. Treehouse is responding to the challenge of COVID-19 by adjusting existing programs to fund immediate needs. That includes rent assistance. Laptops and cell phones are needed too, as many students prepare for online school. Treehouse continues to assess each unique situation and fill gaps. Join in supporting more than 8,000 youth in foster care statewide at treehouseforkids.org.
This may make you feel like singing. Smule is a global online community of music lovers who sing popular songs, make friends, and have fun, singing together, and with such superstars as Louis Capaldi and others. Em Rossi, the first Smule user to be signed to a major label, has just released her new single, Got This Feeling. Users also just dedicated an inspiring large group performance of Platten and Bassett's fight song to frontline workers fighting the virus. More at Smule.com.
Oh, hold on. I know this is DJ Black Track.
Yeah, that's right, child, man. It is going down. Make sure that if you're trying to advertise with the best of the best, you can advertise with us right here on the hottest station, Daily Gossip News, as we talk about celebrity news and everything. If you want to, if you want to do your damn thing and you want to, advertise with us, all you got to do is give us a call at area code 323-392-1178 and tell them you hear it first, right here on the hottest station in the nation.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
News Talk host Donnell Ballard. Right here on Daily Gossip News and iHeartRadio. Call in at 319-527-6761. News, sports, political views, and more.
That's right, y'all. We are back on the hottest station in the nation. You're tuning in to us right here on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio. We are doing it real big. Got my beautiful co-host with you. We getting into it. Woo, it's Dave. Hats hot. Hot good. Oh, let me stop. I'm just too damn crunk. I'm crunk. It's Thursday. It's almost a weekend. And speaking of the weekend, oh my gosh, we got a long weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend. Oh my God! So are you working on Labor Day?
Oh no! Won't he do it?
Oh my God! Okay. So that means, guess what? That means you'll be able to go come with me to the Crystal Mesa rally coming up this Monday at 11 o'clock.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, it's coming up this Monday. Shout out to the Next Generation Action Network. They'll be out there. And Saturday, we got a very busy. Oh, girl, we got a very busy weekend because this coming up Saturday in downtown Fort Worth, they're having the sex trafficking protest this weekend, and we'll be out there for that. They invited us. They invited Daily Gossip News to come out to that. And then Monday is the big event. And then next Saturday, September 12th, I need to put this on your calendar, co-host, United My Justice is having their West 7th Street protest march going down West 7th Street Bridge. That's going to be on September the 12th. I was notified by the Fort Worth PD that they will be stopping the traffic. Now, you remember what happened last time that people went over that West 7th Street Bridge. It made the news all night long, did it?
Yes.
And it was crazy. It was very crazy. Well, guess what? It's going to happen again. But this time it's going to be organized the right way. There's certain people that organized and did not know how to organize and didn't know what to expect. But this time it's going to be organized the right way. And we definitely going to be doing it. So, again, the West 7th Street Bridge protest will be this coming up, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We're asking everybody to come on out there, be part of it. I got some people telling me that they can't get. I hope our phone lines are not messed up. Go ahead and talk to the people right now. I'm gonna try to fix the phone lines. People saying that they're trying to call in, but they can't get in.
They can't get in. Okay.
No, they can't get in. So
make sure that they dial in the right number.
People. Yeah, but you go ahead and talk to the people. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to talk to the people, and I'm gonna go try to fix it. Go ahead and talk to the listener.
All right, everybody. So I do want to thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I am Dee. So I do want to talk to y'all briefly about what I heard the president say. I heard him tell people to vote twice. Now, voting twice, I don't want anybody to think that that's a legal thing that you can do. That is very much so illegal. Whether you vote by mail or early vote or go and wait to vote at the polls, you can only vote once. Now, if you go and start voting twice, you're going to go to jail. So let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. You can only cast your ballot once. So if you want to early vote, if you want to beat the rush, early vote. if you a senior citizen or you don't have transportation, you do know that you can vote by mail. So let's do everything the right way. And whoever your opponent is, whoever you're backing up, whoever, cast your vote, make your voice count. This is to me is a very critical election. We need to get the right people in these offices. If you are tired of the way America is going, then cast your vote. That's something else I want to talk about, where I hear people say, make America great again. For it to be great again, we have to go back to what? Back to when white women were not able to vote. I'm trying to see what we're going to go back to, because that's what again means. It means to repeat. So what are we going to repeat? When white women didn't have power, if you're a white woman and you want to run for election or run for office, you do know that if you make America great again, you cannot run for office, because white women could not tell white men anything. You can't be in power. So I don't know what the again is. Make America great again, when I don't even know how far black people have really, really come. Yes, we had a black president. That was great. We have black people running for offices. That's great. But when we still have no power, we don't have a voice. So I don't know what again really, really means. So you need to think about that when you holler about make America great again, because I don't know what we're going to go back to. But y'all get out and vote, register to vote. There's a lot of places, even right here in Texas, there are a lot of places that are signing you up to vote. Go ahead and register right now so that you can get your 30 days in, and on November the 3rd you can vote.
All right, so I don't know what's going on with the phone lines. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's like you can hear some loud noise in the background. It's like some music in the background, and I know we don't have any music. But anyway, y'all hold on for 1 second. We're going to take an identification. We'll be right back.
It's time for your daily news with Donnell Baylord. He'll keep you updated on all the latest news you can use and interview. Do you have a story? Call 323-392-1178.
All right, y'all, man. We're back here. I don't know what's going on. Some people saying that they can't get through. Hopefully they'll have it fixed. But in the meantime, we'll continue. But I did a test run on my other phone, and we was able to get through, so I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all, man. Let's talk about some more local news today. If you haven't heard the news, I got a press release today, co-host. The Presbyterian Night Shelter was able to, receive $750,000 to help with the homeless problem. What are your thoughts on that in Fort Worth?
What they gonna do?
I know. I like to know that. I mean, but you're serious. I mean, you for real about that. They're not saying,
I am.
But they are saying that they got $750,000 from Federal Reserve to help with the homeless problem. But the question is, like you say, and I agree with you, what are they going to do with that money? What are they going to do when they get all that money? Are they going to do the right thing? Because a lot of people still complaining that the shelter looks very nasty. So how you going to get that kind of money and you're not fixing up the homeless shelter? People don't even want to live there because they got bed bugs and all kinds of stuff in there. What are your thoughts on that?
See, and that's what I'm talking about. We need to make sure that our homeless people are being taken care of too. Like, there are places, to me as a person, I am so thankful that God has blessed me to have a roof over my head. I'm thankful for that. But when I drive downtown, because, again, I'm not from Texas, but when I go to different places in Texas, I see these beautiful but run-down hotels and stuff, and then I hear people trying to say, oh, let's open up this hotel and even help out the homeless. Then it's like, oh, no, we don't want them in this neighborhood. But the building's just sitting there.
I heard that a lot,
it's doing
too.
absolutely nothing. So I don't know, if you're going to do something and help with the homeless, like making the shelter look presentable, making it comfortable, helping these mothers get other training so that they can get a job, helping the fathers to get a job, making a place where, because I don't know if you know, but you have a teenage son. Do you know that if you was a woman and you were homeless and with a teenage son, that you and your son couldn't be together, he would have to go on one side of the shelter, you on the other?
I heard about that.
That is just so mind overwhelming. I can't even wrap my mind around me thinking if I was homeless, and you have some of these women, even some of these fathers are saying, hey, I'd rather sleep in my car in the park than to go to a homeless shelter.
You know what? I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. If you gonna separate me and my son, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Yes.
So
if they got
definitely
all this
right about
money,
that.
make it work. Make it work. Come up with some programs. Listen, when I say come up with some programs, I don't mean these little government programs that's going to run for a year or 6 months or,
Girl,
3 months or a trial.
You're giving them a damn year. I'm giving them less than a month and a half.
So, come up with something that's going to really, really, truly, truly work and make a difference. Let's get these homeless shelters. You got bed bugs? Come on now. Let's get something to do that. Let's get a place for women who have these teenage boys who don't want to be separated. Come on, let's get a place where they can go and be safe.
Be with their family.
Training. Let's do something. I'm not saying that you could eliminate homelessness. I got that you can't, but you can at least do something to help those who want to be helped. Now that's how I feel.
And you know what? I love it to death that you're saying it. For those who tune into us live right here on the hottest station in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where we are live, and every night we give you daily news you can use, and we talk about the very important hot topic that's happening. And if you want to call in and talk live with us, give us a call at area code 319-527-6761. Again, the telephone number is 319 area code 527-6761. Let us know what's on your mind and call in, and we'll talk live with you. And we need to get to some more top story. And since we're not doing the sports tonight, because I certainly don't know nothing about girl. I'm like you. I don't know nothing about no sports. I ain't going to tell you that lie.
Yes.
Because I don't keep. You know what? I guess because that's why I be hiring a sports guy, because I don't keep up with all this stuff. Sports news, all that stuff. I don't keep up with all that. All right, y'all. Now let's talk about this. The mayor of Fort Worth, Betsy Price, when he got her flu shot today. They say it's official flu season. They say that if you don't go get the flu shot, you could be in trouble, because they saying that the flu shot and
COVID-19.
This
coronavirus.
COVID-19 is not no joke. They say both of them together will kill you quick. But there's a lot of people out there that don't even take the flu shot. What do you think about that? A lot of people say that they have never taken the flu shot.
Well, I've heard it both ways. I heard that it also makes them sick. So let's be understanding that when you get the flu shot, they are giving you a strand of the flu. But now, when I say a strand, you have to understand that it seems like every time they come out with the new flu shot, there's always another strand of the flu.
I know.
So
that's true.
I understand that you don't want to get the flu shot.
Right,
but
right.
you may have to get it this year because of COVID-19.
Oh, yeah, that COVID-19 ain't no joke. Speaking of the COVID-19, there is a new report out. CDC is saying that as soon as this vaccine is complete and officially ready, and it should be ready, like you say, by November 1st, they are asking all the states to go ahead on and give it out to the people ASAP. They said do not wait to give this vaccine out because of the flu is coming soon. So they're saying right now, they said that as soon as this is available to the public, go ahead on and get it. They're encouraging all the states across the country to go ahead on and give this vaccine, this COVID-19 vaccine, to the people to try to protect them. I don't know. Well, I don't know about that. What you think about it? Let's talk about that.
I think I would take a flu shot, but I'm not doing it COVID-19 because you don't have enough time.
Well, that's what they're talking about, the COVID-19. The vaccine is coming out in November. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming out in November.
They're just going to be giving it to you.
Right.
No.
You're right. I agree with you on that. I agree. All right, then, I'm going to say a big shout out to Mike. Mike listened to us. He said, man, I love your show. Oh, he said I forgot to say what episode this is. I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. This is episode 4. You're tuning into episode 4 right here on Blog Talk Radio and iHeart Radio. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Mike said he's enjoying the show. I'm reading some of the Facebook messages coming in, and people that's inboxing me. They said they're enjoying the program. They said that you and your co-host is on top of y'all game. Everything that you guys are saying is true. They've been listening to it on other TV stations, and they feel that we are giving out the information before anybody else give it out. So thank you, Mike, for that.
Yes.
And also, Timothy is tuning into it. Timothy McVeigh is tuning into us in Houston. He said he loves the show. He said that this is his regular news now. He said he don't even watch the news. He get his news from us. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Hey, at least we gonna keep it real. News, the media has
and you know what? That's the good thing. And we report, right? And we report what we see, what other news sources saying. So we want to be your news of the news. Did I say that right, co-host? Did I say the news of the news? Oh man.
Hey, we need the police. The police. We may need to give true voice to the news.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? You gotta have it, especially these days. It is so quiet without our team not being with us tonight. All right, let's talk about this. Oh my God, what the? You hear what I'm about to say, don't you? Don't get mad at me what I'm about to say to you. Are you ready?
Oh Lord, what?
Are you ready?
What
the hell is your president thinking about?
Oh, see?
You got quiet when I said it.
Not.
You got quiet. You were like,
not.
My president? I didn't see that one coming. Man. Yes, y'all. That's right, y'all. Y'all haven't heard the news. President Trump has told his voters out there in North Carolina on yesterday, and everybody's talking about this. He's encouraging all his voters to vote twice. Now, remind y'all, I do got some breaking news. Tristan Mason won't be able to be on the show tonight. They'll be calling in tomorrow night to talk to us at 8:30. So I just want to make sure we bring that up. And speaking of that, Tristan Mason was supposed to be going to prison for 5 years for voting when she was not when she was not supposed to be voting. But here's the deal. I got a problem. President Trump is telling all of his voters to vote. Now, we know it's illegal to vote twice. So it's going to be very interesting because, you know, his people, they listen to him. So all he got to do is say, shoot, they going to shoot. And all he got to do is say, hey, you guys vote twice again. You guys vote me in twice. So they going to vote twice.
So who going to bail them out of jail when they vote twice?
Oh, you already know who going to bail them out. President Trump going to bail them out. He's going to do it. And wait a minute, he's going to do executive order on it. That's what he's going to do. He's going to tell people, you guys, this is what you guys do. You guys are wrong, and you need to let my people go. They have a right to vote twice if they want to, and if you don't let them go, I am going to sign an executive order for their asses to be let out of jail.
Really?
And that's what he's going to do. I'm serious about it. That's what he's going to do. He's going to probably do an executive order because it's going to be a big deal because the state representatives and senators, they're not going to go for that because that's not American way. That's not American people. You don't get a chance to vote twice.
Said it.
I can't believe it.
I just can't believe he said it.
I really can't. This is supposed to be a man. They claim that this is a man who's an honest man who never lied in day his life because he's the president, and the white person believes that he's innocent. Let's be real. That's what they believe.
And see, I have a problem with that because he went to Kenosha and didn't want to speak to Jacob Blade's family, but Joe Biden went and I don't know if he met them, but he did speak with them. I'm not understanding him at all.
Oh,
but you met with the police department that almost killed the young man.
Now you know what? That's what made me mad. And this is what America has to be looking at. America will never be, will not ever be able to come together when you have a president like Trump who continues to divide the country. Because every time he says something stupid, every time he says something like that, it divides the country. Have you noticed that?
Every time he says something.
Every time he says something, it automatically divides the country. We don't need I'm going to be real. We don't need a president like that. We need a president who's going to be real with the people and be real with the police department. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right.
You're right.
If what happened with this black young man should have never happened. Okay, so President Trump should be real. And we're not seeing that in him. It seems like we've seen every time that that somebody shoots somebody, it's almost like he's on their side. He's not on the black side. And so that's what the separation is with the African American, because the African Americans continue to keep getting killed. And then what really, oh my gosh, when I tell you this, co-host, what really pisses me off, that ain't nothing, but what really pisses me off is that they always making up a damn excuse that, what do you mean that black folks, white folks get murdered more than black folks? But crap. Wait, I want to say something worse than that.
Where?
Get out saying
where
white
are they
folks
getting
get
killed at?
murdered more than black folks with the police?
It's like I said, they use all their resources when it's a white person. So when, to me, it's my opinion, when a white person is gunned down by a police officer, it is absolutely, positively the last straw. They have done everything in their power to save this person's life. But when it's a black person, they jump deadly. That's it. They jump deadly. They have been chased down by white people. They have been, spit on, ran over, dogged out. Yes, these police officers, but they lose the last result. And then every time a white person does something drastically, killing people in church, killing people at the movie theater, killing people at the mall, killing people in the park, you always tell me they mental.
Hey, let's take a phone call real quick. Okay, talk to the people real quick. Keep on talking.
So I want to know if y'all agree, if you listening, and if you agree that every time you hear of a white person doing something, especially dramatically, do you believe that they are mental?
What's going on with this radio thing?
Oh no,
all right.
What's going on?
It sounds like it's some music or something in the background. All right, Dion said he's heading this way. Let's go ahead and take a phone call, right? Okay. I really be kind of scared to take these private phone numbers when they private, because to me most of the private, you never know what they're gonna say because they're not showing their number.
They not come crazy.
Yeah, but you never know. Let's get ready. Let's find out who this is. You live on the radio. Who is this? It's a private number.
Hello. How are y'all tonight?
Pretty good. How can we help you today? You got a hot topic you want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, I've got a hot topic I'd like to talk about tonight, and it's a certain pastor in my region who claims to be a community activist but is anything but. Before I start, let me say Black Lives Matter, and this man has been walking around claiming to be a supporter of Black Lives Matter, but in fact he is absolutely not.
Wow.
Okay, so who you talking about?
This man is called Pastor Kenneth Fishman. In fact, he's another blog talk show host here. He runs God's Rainbow Ministry. But let me tell you, he's been
I'm glad you're talking to us about that, so we'll know.
Yeah, he's on tonight, actually. And I'm going to call and confront him about this, and I challenge everybody to confront Dr. Pastor Kenneth Fishman about this as well. But he's been claiming to be a BLM activist, and he's been claiming to be black as well. But he actually isn't. That is a fact. He parades online pretending to be a black man, and he isn't. And he is taking advantage of African Americans in our region in San Antonio, and he's actually been taking advantage of our community consistently, especially our gay African American community. Let me tell you what he did.
Wow.
What did he do? He held a party during COVID, mind you, and he claimed that this party was a nice get together for people in the San Antonio region who are gay, lesbian, bisexual. But the fact of the matter was, he drugged a lot of these individuals with the open punch containers, and he managed to give many people AIDS in the region. They had a lot of unprotected sexual intercourse at this party, and it was absolutely terrible. He did not disclose his illness to anybody, and as a result, many people ended up contracting HIV and AIDS from this man.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
But I'll tell you what, man, thank you so much for giving us that report. We got a lot of people that tune into us, man, so thank you for giving us that report, man. We are also being broadcast on iHeartRadio.
All right.
Well, thank you
so
much for taking me.
All right.
All right, man. You call back anytime you want, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Wow. So, you just never, and you just never know what people are gonna say. There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't know about. There's a lot of stuff. I got people saying that they're trying to get in, but they can't get in. That the phone is not letting them get in. But it may be something wrong with their phone, because if you're in and I'm in and other people are tuning in to it, so you got to tune into it. Yeah, so it's got to be on your side. All right, let's talk about the budget. Oh my goodness, girl, we got to talk about this, co-host. The budget deficit is up in America.
Oh, really?
Now they're saying it's $3.3 trillion. It's going to be $3.3 trillion due because of the coronavirus. What you got to say about that?
Okay. So I guess I'm trying to see what our next step is. See, I don't want people to be doing a scare tactic either, you know, and people be doing stuff in fear. Just like when the COVID-19 first started, everybody was buying toilet paper. You couldn't buy no toilet paper, you couldn't buy no water.
And that was really scary too, because I was looking for the toilet system, and it was called for me to get in. That man said, "No, sir, you got to get only 2 rows at a time." So what the hell? Damn.
Because I think when people are in a panic, they just do things overboard. You know, I went to the store and people had baskets and baskets of toilet paper. I'm thinking, where's the milk, the eggs, the butter, the grits, the cereal, or something? Because you can't eat toilet paper.
Right.
So I don't want people to like, oh my God, look at this deficit, and start panicking.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and people will do it.
With Trump putting that commercial out about when you get ready to call the police department, they're going to say, oh, where are you? Well, if you're not in this area, then you can't come. We can't come to you but until 2 or 3 hours. That's going to scare people. So I don't want people to just be out there on a scare tactic and running loose. So That's
right.
what I have to say.
And we do have, and you're right.
Need to sit back and see what's going on.
Yeah, you're right. I definitely agree with you on that. And we've been having a lot of that happen and stuff. So, again, everybody's concerned about the deficit is going to be because of the coronavirus. It's going to be 3 point. What did I say? 3 point what? I ain't got my notes in front of me.
3 point something million, trillion.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah,
everything is going up. I got that. Even now, when you go to some of these restaurants, you try to order your favorite food. It tells you.
I had it right. 3.3. I had it right. $3.3 trillion due because of the coronavirus. And so a lot of people are very concerned about that. We're going to definitely keep you abreast as we get more details about it. You definitely tune in to us right here on iHeart Radio. And we're going to take a quick identification break for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Then we'll be right back.
News Talk Radio host Donnell Ballard. News, sports, celebrity news. Call in right now at 319-527-6761. Again, 319-527-6761. Daily Gossip News.
All right, that's the time about identification to let people know that this is Daily Gossip News. It's where we talk about everything that's happening in our community, and we want to say a big shout out to everybody out there. We got a lot of people. We got a chat room, and you can, if y'all in the chat room, you can. If you on the website, you can open up the chat room and you can talk with us live. I mean, you can talk with us in the chat room. Co-host, can you get into the chat room so you can chop it up? I got somebody in the chat room right now that's talking to us. But anyway, you guys, we want people to know how important it is for us to continue to focus on what is happening in our community, and I got to try to find out what is that loud noise because I keep hearing that noise and stuff. But anyway, we definitely want to say a big shout out to everybody out there tuning in to us right here. And co-host, I found out that's your phone line doing that. It's something on your phone line that's doing that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what's playing.
It's quiet now. It's quiet. So let's hope it stays like that. Mike said thank you. He said something in the chat. I can't hardly see. But we got to continue to do the right thing. And the question we should be asking: what is it that American people want? What you think? What you think, co-host? What is it that the American people are fed up with, angry, upset about? So we can try to change that.
Well, I don't know exactly. I do know I've been seeing even all on Facebook and everything. I think they are a lot of people, even when I talk to Dr. King's son, Martin Luther King III, he said he thinks that a lot of people are now truly getting tired of seeing the injustice in America. But we can't just be sitting in our corners talking about it, saying we're tired. We need to come out the corners and fight and try to make a change, try to do something. We have to come together and try to do something, because me sitting in my house saying, ooh, I'm so sick of, the homeless people not having any place to sleep when it's cold, but I got all this money or I got resources and I'm just talking about it, nothing's going to happen. If you're tired of stuff, you need to come to the table and put your ideas, to work or see what can happen. Because if all of us come together, you don't know who can start supporting your idea. Yes, I'm tired of the injustice. I am. But I'm coming to the table. I'm telling you what I would like to see. I would like to see police officers become, and when I say involved in the community, I'm not talking about dancing in the streets with the kids, jump up with the kids, playing ball with the kids, or running down the street with the kids. I don't want to see that. When I say it, I mean I want to see them coming and knocking on the door and know that Miss Johnson's house and Mr. Johnson's house look the same, but they on two different streets. Maybe we won't have another Breonna Taylor. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're a police officer and you see your friend doing wrong and you come up and say, hey, that was wrong, I'm going to let the chief know or whoever know we're going to follow the right protocol, holding them accountable. That's what I mean when I say come to the table. We all need to come to the table. Let's come to the table and let's put our ideas on the table. And therefore, that's how I feel like we can make a difference. We don't, I told them earlier, there's no way we can make America great again. It was never great from the beginning. I'm trying to see where the again came from. So it wasn't great from the beginning because that means you want to go back. Back to what? Back to when blacks can go. Like we already can't walk down the street, without being shot at. We can't go to the stores without being looked at. We can't be mowing our yards without a cop being called on us. We can't even be a delivery driver without a cop being called on us. I'm trying to see where the great came from. That's what I want to see. I want them to start treating blacks like humans.
Right, and you make a good point when you say that too, because there's so many times we have that problem across America, and people are just angry and frustrated, and it's time to move the country to the next level. It's time for us to move on, and so we have to get the right people in office that can make it in office. And the change don't need to be just for certain races of people. It needs to be for everybody. We all can make a difference. We all have a voice to be able to make a difference. And that's what we ought to be focusing on. How do we bring the community together? How do we bring the country together? How do we bring people of all races together? What do we need to do? Because we already know. When I used to work for the school district, the first thing I used to tell my students is we can sing together, but we can't talk together. So there has been a major problem across the country where we have so many people who are frustrated, who are angry, who just don't know what to do. And so we got to be able to come up with a better resolution on how to bring the country together, because it seems like every person that we have are still not able to bring the people together. When they can't go into a meeting without getting into a heated debate because John said, I want this. Tony said, hey, I don't like what you want. I want this. And Tony's getting angry, and Tony's getting angry. John's getting angry, and you wonder why these are happening the way they're happening. And next thing you know, we're going right back into a little kid. It's almost like a little kid. It's almost like that kid says, hey, I want this. No, my mama said I can have it. No, you bastard, I want it now. And let's be real. This is what's happening across the country where we're not able to agree, and sometimes we have to. One thing I will say, what Barack Obama said, and it makes a lot of sense, and I use this in everyday life. He said sometimes we have to compromise. Sometimes I have to meet Tony halfway, and I may not agree with what Tony say, but as a citizen of America, I need to be able to meet halfway. We both need to be able to meet halfway. Everything Tony wants, Tony may not be able to get everything he wants. I may not be able to get everything I want. But if we can come up with just a little agreement on something, that's when things can change. And if we don't do it like that, we're going to continue to go through the same thing we're going through. What do you think about it?
Repeat the same. History should teach you what not to do. Yeah. So you need to learn what they made mistakes on, and don't make those same mistakes. So if everybody is me, my, I, then nobody is seeing what is actually hurting the other people.
They're not.
So we want to not just build the black community, but the Hispanic community, not just the Hispanic community, but the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
we need to rebuild the whole thing. Everybody needs to come together. I'm going to tell you, at that protest in Washington, there was some LGBT people up in there. And I was thinking, wow, they're coming out here. Because keep in mind, I'm not saying that a white gay man's life isn't in danger. But it's something about a black man who is gay. It's like his life is double jeopardy. But when I saw them out there and they were saying, that they were for Black Lives Matter, as a mother, it made me feel like, okay, they are supporting our mission because they're in danger too. They are in danger too. So
yeah, you're right. I definitely agree with you on that.
Together, I feel like yes, that's what we need to do. Lay our differences aside and come together for this cause because our lives matter. Yes, all lives matter, but until you understand that black lives is just as good as a white life, then you don't understand me.
Right. I definitely agree with you on that. And not only that, we need to also talk about this. I don't know what it's going to take to get the Republicans, Democrats, the Independents, and whatever else to come together. But we have to come together at one point where we start saying, "Hey, enough is enough of the separation We need to find a way, find a common ground to come together as a community and make our voice be heard. We all have a right and have a right to have our voice heard, but we also have a right to be able to respect each other because just like my co-host, me and my co-host may not agree with everything, but guess what? Because we work together, we don't have to agree to disagree, but we have respect for each other, and that's how that's what I believe that needs to happen in America. America needs to come together and say, hey, you know what? We may not be on the same page, but at what point are we going to say enough is enough, and we're going to come together and say this is what we must do as a generation. Then we got to do it. We got to do it, people. It's got to happen. And so I'm expecting that Joe Biden and the new vice president, if they win, I'm expecting them to really try to have it change this country. I want to see it.
I believe that.
And let me tell you another thing we have to start doing, people. We are not getting out there to vote. Co-host, tell them how important is it for people to get out there, make their voice be heard. November the 3rd will be here. Before you know it, October is going to be early voting starts in October. I'm gonna get the date for y'all.
Right.
Co-host, matter of fact, I want you to Google that right now. Tarrant County. Google Tarrant County wins early vote in Tarrant County. Google that real quick while I am talking to people. She's gonna Google that right now. Early voting will start next month. We'll start in October. Well, October is next month.
Yeah.
We'll start in October, y'all. Early voting will start. It's 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks. I think it's going to be the last 2 weeks of, I want to say the last 2 weeks in October. The last, she's looking for it now. I'm going to start promoting that, pushing it. And I don't even know when's the deadline to register to vote. And the deadline to register to be able to vote.
Okay,
so she's looking that up, y'all. And y'all will be preaching about that every single night.
October the 13th.
How important it is to get out there. Okay, wait a minute. What did you say?
Early voting period runs from October the 13th to October the 30th.
Oh, okay, that is early. Okay, so are you sure about that?
Yes, it says
let me write that down.
Texas voters can also vote before Election Day. The early voting period runs from Tuesday, October the 13th, 2020, to Friday, October the 30th, 2020. So you need to contact your local voting places to see exactly where early voting is taking place. Because now I hear some of these, even some of these arenas are opening up, and they want to have voting polls and all this other stuff.
Good.
So you don't have to worry about, COVID-19. Right. Just mail in your ballot.
Go out there and vote. Go out there and vote. That's right.
Don't vote twice.
So
vote once.
So again, what she's saying is early vote will start October the 13th, and it will end on October the 30th, the day before Halloween.
Yes.
And so, I'm sorry. So hopefully everybody will get out there and exercise their right to vote, because stop all that complaining. Stop saying, ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, here's the deal. If so-and-so not doing what he's supposed to do, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come on, am I being real about that, co-host? What
That's
are you
real.
doing?
If you're not going to
about
vote, then don't complain about it.
And you start doing your job.
Yes. So,
you start doing your job and get people out there and, tell people to get out there and do that. You don't do that. You get out there and you do what you got to do. And so that's how you make a difference. You make a difference because you getting out there doing what you're supposed to be doing. But if you don't get out there to do what you're supposed to be doing, you can't really complain about nothing. You
can't say nothing. That means you cool with what it is. And don't say that your vote don't count. Don't say that your vote doesn't count. Because, like I said, I heard Trayvon Martin's mom lost by a small percentage. A small percentage. Had that one person got out there to vote. So, and then I think they said Jasmine Crockett won by 90 votes. Come on now. It's a small percentage. We don't have to have a whole thousand. Let's all get out to vote. Knock on your neighbor's door. Right. Do they have a ride to the poll? Do y'all want to mail in your ballots? Come on, let's get this done. It is important. And you can't tell me black votes don't matter. Black votes matter.
They do.
Every election year, they try to stop our votes. They're not trying to stop the white people's votes. They're trying to stop our votes. We get IDs like we going in to buy drugs or something. Our vote counts. And I understand if you got underlying health issues, vote early. Vote early.
I vote every year. I vote early every year. You better believe October the 13th, I will be out there getting ready to vote. I will be out there to exercise my right to vote. And you're still talking about it because we'll definitely be talking about it here on the radio. And here every day on Blog Talk, we're going to give you an update on what's going on in the community, too. So we want to definitely keep that up. Do you know, is there anything interesting going on that the listeners need to know that's going on in DFW?
Well, they're trying to pass about the Lamar downtown in Dallas. They want to name half of it Botham Jean.
I don't get the listeners need to know. Wow.
Yes, they only want to name half of it, Botham Jean. But the whole thing about the Lamar Street is something I did not know. Lamar was a racist man, and I think they said the early 1830s or so. And then I also heard stories behind it that if you was a black person, even if you were free and you came over to Texas, and he found out that you were free, he would try to enslave you and make you work for your freedom. That's who Lamar is named after. So they're not trying to change the whole street, just that half. I think they need to name the whole street needs to be Botham Jean. The whole street needs to be Botham Jean.
So what you're saying is they only allow a certain part of it. They're only they're not going to
they only want
let
a
the whole street be named.
Instead of the whole street. But to me, there should be no Lamar. No Lamar High School, no Lamar Elementary, no Lamar Street. No. All of it needs to come. That needs to be changed. So I think the whole street needs to be changed downtown in Dallas. Needs to be named Botham Jean. That's how I feel. Not just half, but
it's like you gotta. It's just like you got to do with people right now who is working on coming up with a Tatiana Jefferson freeway or something that they want to do.
Yeah,
have you done
30
for you as a parent? Have you thought about doing that even with your child? Do you feel that you're not getting the support? They're not making a bigger name like they should.
Well, at first I did feel like, nobody wanted to talk about my son. My son's name is Tavis, Tavis Crane, Crane. The stuff that you see on the internet is a lie, and it's only going to show you what from the cop's point of view. But I'm going to tell you what really made me think about it was when you had the protest and you said, we not only need to work on having a street named after Tatiana Jefferson, but we need that street to be called Tavis Crane. I had really never just thought about it, only because I guess it's so hard for me to even go into that area because that's where my son lost his life. But I said, you know what?
God.
You know what? To have a Tavis Crane Street, or heck, just have a Crane Street or a Tavis Street, that would be something. Maybe if we start putting things up in these victims, because that's what they are. The people who these cops are killing, they are victims. Maybe we start having things in these victims' names. Maybe before a cop get gun happy and kill us unjustifiably, then maybe they'll think twice. Because nobody wants
you know
to
what?
pass
That's a good
down.
idea to come up with some kind of. If we could get somebody to donate land, and we can make that a memorial of all the people that have got killed by police officers. And because we definitely need to have that. So many people are dying. I mean, it's really sad when you get that many people who are dying from police. That's a problem.
And it would be like almost like what they did. I think it's in Atlanta. They have the lynching place, and they have all those names on that's coming out on these little chains coming down, and it's got all these names of people who have been lynched in America. Black people have been lynched in America. I think that it would be awesome to have names of people who have been killed, not just by police, but for racism. Because Ahmaud Arbery, he may have not been killed by a police. Well, the man was a retired police, but it was racism. Emmett Till was killed for racism. And to me, Trayvon Martin, that was racism because that man said, I'm so sick of them getting away with stuff. What is we getting away with? They told you to stand down and you didn't.
Well, we're not the one that's getting away with it. You're right. I definitely agree with you on that.
We don't go home. Our kids go into the grave. They go home with their family.
Guess what?
And go on
we got our buddy. You're right, and we got our buddy back with us. We got our buddy Dion. Woo!
Hey, what's
up, Dion?
How y'all doing?
What's up?
Man, are we talking about some heavy stuff or what?
No, it's doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do things for my community and everything. But I'm back here, and I'm trying to get on this show.
Well, we're just talking about this, man. Talking about it should be some type of memorial that that should be built across the country of all the people, black people that have been murdered by police officers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
it could be a reminder to the officers and other people what is going on in the black community. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that would be great, like a shrine. Just a shrine to commemorate, because, when you do shrines, the people after us can look upon this as an era where it's something where they don't want to ever go back to if they ascend to another level of being a great society. Because, we all striving to become a greater society than our last, than our predecessors. So, yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Just a shrine. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think so. And have, I don't know, Danielle, if you was aware, but they got a memorial downtown Dallas. And it's got on there all the people that have been murdered by police or due to
I did not know
racism.
That. Wow.
Yes, and my son is on the wall. So I said, imagine if you could just make a permanent wall and start putting these people's name on there. Yeah, that way they could just live forever.
Be United My Justice project.
Yeah, I think so. That would be a nice thing to do. We could work on that.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that'd be I think that'd be a good idea. We can come up with something like that. That make nationwide news, because it'll have not only the people
everybody's
in
name.
Yeah, everybody from all across the country and stuff. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Right.
Let's talk about this, man. Let's do a recap real quick, because it's 8:30. We got less than 30 minutes before we begin to get up out of here. All right, Tom, man, we're gonna go back over. If you missed it earlier, we were talking about the situation that President Trump is encouraging people in North Carolina to vote twice. He's asking them to vote in the mail in, and he also I know I'm laughing about this too. He's also asking them to vote at the poll to make sure that they vote get count. He's asking them to do that. So again, with the question we're asking, is this the right? I mean, is this fair for them for the people in North Carolina to vote?
You know what, Trump? He's he's a character. I tell you that much. I mean, if this was a movie, it would be very entertaining. Yeah. If this was a movie, it just would be very entertaining. But sadly, it's real life.
It is.
God.
It is.
So, 2 times.
I
never even heard of that like that in my life.
Nothing should
shock us anymore.
Nothing should shock us anymore. Because remember, he also told us he was wondering. He asked the doctor, could we gargle or wash our mouth out with Clorox for the COVID-19?
Oh man, that's crazy.
He's funny.
Should shock us.
He is
you heard of the shock jocks? He is the shock president. He really is.
He definitely is.
So nothing should shock us.
He has, like people say, he has diarrhea of the mouth and mind. He say whatever comes to his mind.
And you know what? He doesn't have a filter.
He don't have no type of filter, nothing.
No, he doesn't have no filter. He say whatever he wants to say. Wow.
You know, that's why he didn't want to wear a mask.
I know. And you know what? He was fighting to wear a mask. Now you see him wearing a mask. All right, y'all, let's talk about this. CDC. All right, y'all, man, check this out. CDC is very concerned. They are telling the people in all the states to please take this vaccine. When this vaccine come out, they're encouraging everybody to take this vaccine. This vaccine for the coronavirus has not been tested, and but they are in desperate need of American people across the country. This is coming from the CDC, and what they're saying is it's all right to take this vaccine, but as soon as this is available, they are encouraging everybody to take this vaccine like ASAP.
And you know who else they're asking for? They're asking for blacks and other minorities, people of color, to really get in line and take this vaccine. Yes, but keep in mind, because I'm not knocking it. I'm not telling anybody to do what I'm doing. I'm not going to take it. I'll take my flu shot, but I'm not going to do that vaccine. But it hasn't been truly tested to the fullness, so it's just coming off the line and going into your system. No, it needs to be tested. Something has to be done. But they're asking they don't want minorities or people of color, blacks, to miss out on this test. No, I'm not doing it.
Very, very, very suspicious that they want us to take it and not them.
Yeah, they do. They announced it. That's what they announced. Wow. Please, people of color or minorities or black people, please. They don't want this vaccine to come off, and everybody else is being administered to white people basically, and not to people of color. They want it available to people of color. Now it's funny how you want this vaccine to be available for people of color, but most of the testing sites that was coming up were in upper class neighborhoods with people who had cars, and if you didn't have a car, how you gonna get tested?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, not only that, I don't know if you heard the news. Also, they was also speaking of that, they was also said that they was going to have vans to pick up people, and some vans would be actually going to their house and giving them the vaccine like that. Yeah, they were talking about that too.
Why you couldn't do that to go and make us get tested? Why you couldn't have a rollout van or a hospital on wheels or a clinic on wheels to come to some of these poor neighborhoods to get tested? But you going to roll all this stuff out for me to get injected? Nah, I'm good.
We're not that stupid yet.
All right, y'all. Let's move on to some more quick news. We're doing a recap of what we talked about earlier, Dion. Earlier we talked about the situation that happened on Monday. We talked about this, man. What happened on Monday afternoon at 3:15? this is days after the March on Washington. There was another police shooting. This time it happened in Los Angeles, California, and it was the sheriff department. Two sheriff officers shot at this black man 7 times and killed him. Now it's kind of funny that didn't make the news a lot. Not if you don't search these stories, they're not coming up unless you actually search these stories. This story did not even make the local news in DFW.
Wow.
Right.
That's crazy.
And I'm just not hearing about this. And nobody's talking about it. We got another black man who has been murdered by the police days after the March on Washington. So that let me know right there that it doesn't matter if you go to a march or not, you still nigga gonna get killed.
Yep.
Right.
That's
what it sounds like to me.
That's what it's about.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It's killing season for us, you know. It is,
right.
really
is. And I like what she says, it's a state of emergency on black people. All right, so let's move right on to another story. Budget deficit is going on right now. They are saying that real soon the coronavirus is so bad that it is now getting ready to, the Secretary of the United States of America has announced that the deficit is getting ready to be $3.3 trillion due to the coronavirus. And then this is going to be coming up. How do you feel about that, man? I mean, are you surprised that it's going to be $3 trillion? And why?
Because they have to keep up the campaign of fear-mongering.
Fear.
It takes money.
Fear.
It's Hollywood.
Fear.
Yeah, fear. They're going to have to pump it. They're going to have to pump that fear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
And it's funny because they said the COVID-19 wasn't real. But you got stars like The Rock coming out saying not just him, but his whole entire family had it. So,
well, you heard that The Rock family had it. The Rock, his daughter had it, and now Sharon Stone's sister had it. Her brother-in-law had it, and he kicked it, but now her sister is battling it now. So it's like it's like a bad pandemic, you know. So
nobody's exempt
it's
from
tough.
this.
Yeah,
you got to take it real. Be safe.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and this is the last break of the night, and we're gonna have a lot more coming up right after the break. You tune in to us right here on what? Daily Gospel News, where we gossip about everything that's happening in our community. If you're talking about it, you better believe we talking about it. Call us when we come back. I know you got some entertainment news on what's going on with these crazy celebrities. I know you'll be looking it up while we're taking a break. We'll be right back. You tune in to us on the hottest station in the nation. We'll be right back.
News Talk Radio host Donnell Ballard. News, sports, celebrity news. Call in right now at 319-527-6761. Again, 319-527-6761. Daily Gossip News.
All right, y'all. We'll definitely be back right after this. We got to, just how we pay these bills and stuff. And, again, we'll be right back. There you go. I think it's fine. Well, we've been having a problem with this. You know what, boss? I need a new computer too.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
Take the pressure off your kidneys and your health. High blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, you're at risk for chronic kidney disease, which can lead to kidney failure. Kidney disease also increases your chances of stroke, heart attack, and death. Early-stage kidney disease usually has no symptoms. The good news is healthy lifestyle habits that help you manage high blood pressure also help protect your kidneys. Take medications as prescribed. Aim for a healthy weight. Select healthier foods and beverages. Quit smoking. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Reduce stress and make physical activity part of your routine. For more information about the link between high blood pressure and kidney health, visit niddk.nih.gov.
Are you looking for more time to spend with your friends and family? Are you tired of living payday to payday? Would you like to wake up when you're finished sleeping? Do you have too much month at the end of your money? Do your kids know the babysitter better than you? If you're ready to do something about it, go to www.enjoymylife.info.
Hi, Dallas Fort Worth. I'm Darnell Ballard, the radio news talk show host. Make sure you tune in to us every night, Monday through Friday, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as we talk about everything that's happening. If it's the top story news of the day, you better believe we're talking about it. And guess what? We're the only radio show you can call in and talk live with us about any topic you want to talk about. And we also are being rebroadcast on iHeartRadio. We are an iHeartRadio talk show. So make sure you tune in to us again, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 2 hours of nothing but the best and conversation of what's going on and trying to get you ready to get out there and vote. So tune in to us 7 to 9, and I approve this message, and you heard it first.
Everything is changing day to day, and the first place youth in foster care across Washington state are going is Treehouse. Treehouse is responding to the challenge of COVID-19 by adjusting existing programs to fund immediate needs. That includes rent assistance. Laptops and cell phones are needed too, as many students prepare for online school. Treehouse continues to assess each unique situation and fill gaps. Join in supporting more than 8,000 youth in foster care statewide at treehouseforkids.org.
This may make you feel like singing. Smule is a global online community of music lovers who sing popular songs, make friends, and have fun, singing together, and with such superstars as Louis Capaldi and others. Em Rossi, the first Smule user to be signed to a major label, has just released her new single, Got This Feeling. Users also just dedicated an inspiring large group performance of Platten and Bassett's fight song to frontline workers fighting the virus. More at Smule.com.
Oh, hold on. I know this is DJ Black Track.
Yeah, that's right, y'all, man. It is going down. Make sure that if you're trying to advertise with the best of the best, you can advertise with us right here on the hottest station, Daily Gossip News, as we talk about celebrity news and everything. If you want to, if you want to do your damn thing and you want to, advertise with us, all you got to do is give us a call at area code 323-392-1178 and tell them you heard it first, right here on the hottest station in the nation.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, We're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
It's time for your daily news with Donnell Ballard. He'll keep you updated on all the latest news you can use and interview. Do you have a story? Call 323-392-1178.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't got excited. I can't believe we got less than 10 minutes left, you guys, before we be getting ready to...
You can read?
Huh? We got less than 10 minutes before we be getting ready to get up out of here. I can't believe time is going by so fast.
I know.
All right, y'all. We are doing a recap of the news of the day. If you missed the news, you can always see a recap right here. No Sports Tonight because our boy is out. We need to pray for him. He's out sick on the... yeah, I'm not used to him not being with us tonight, but hopefully he'll be well tomorrow and he'll get back well. We praying. We know you're listening to us. We praying for you, buddy.
Yeah, we praying for you.
All right, y'all, man.
Yes.
Here's the deal. Fort Worth Police Department will be looking for a brand new chief. They are our chief aircraft will be leaving the Fort Worth Police Department after 25 years of being with the Fort Worth Police Department. He finally decided it's time for him to retire, and he took on this big job on last year when they fired the chief of the Fort Worth Police Department, and so now aircraft is saying at the end of this year he will be leaving and retiring to spend time with his family. In the meantime, the city of Fort Worth is working on a nationwide search. They're going to pay $25,000 to get a nationwide search. Also, the city of Fort Worth also said that they're going to have big expectations on this. They're looking for someone that can work with not only with the white community, but work with the whole community, especially African America, with all the shootings that happen since aircraft has been the police chief. You know, under his leadership, less than 6 months, they've had over 8 to 9 shootings in Fort Worth. And within less than a year in his leadership. What do you think?
What?
Wow.
And they was all
he was only
America.
a police chief for a hot minute. So
wow, okay.
He wasn't even a police chief less than 6 months. I'd say less than 3 months.
Yeah,
wow.
He was just a chief
and all that shooting
a hot minute, and now he's retiring. And so, if you ask me, it was some shady stuff on that. But who am I? So
you're right.
And Arlington is also looking for a police chief too. And either way it goes, everybody needs a chief that's for the people. No, I haven't. I just feel like Arlington, they do stuff shady. They'll just wheel you in, and all of a sudden you'll hear it on the news. Look, this is the new chief, without advertising and putting stuff out there. So that's how I feel.
I think we're going to end up doing the same thing. And speaking of that, let's talk about this, y'all. All right, y'all. Congratulations to Presbyterian Night Shelter. If you haven't heard the news, Presbyterian Night Shelter just received $750,000. It's supposed to go on to assist in the homeless problem. This is coming from Texas Capital Bank and the Federal Home Loan Association, both of Dallas, both have given them a grant for $750,000 to help assist with the homeless. The problem with that is a lot of the homeless people saying that they're not getting what they need to be getting, and they still are living on the street. Bed bugs and all kinds of filthy and nasty stuff is going on at that Fort Worth homeless shelter in Fort Worth. So what do y'all think about that?
So I hope that money
goes
to good use. I really do. I hope it goes to good use and not in other people's pockets, not putting people who already got six-figure jobs putting more money into their pockets. I really hope it goes toward the shelters. I really do.
What was you saying?
I really do.
Dion?
Oh, well, I hope that they use it the right way, and you have a good point there. I hope it doesn't go just to the CEOs and the people who are pushing the pencils, but and the pens, but the people who are actually homeless, that need the care, that need the shelter, that need a lot of amenities that they don't have on the street, and even health care. You know, just simple stuff that they need. I know I used to work for the VOA a long time ago, so I actually used to do outreach to the homeless people, the homeless. I call them the homeless nation, my homeless sovereign nation. And so, yeah, that is deep. I'm so glad they received the money, but yes, I want it to be
used to put the good
used in the right way.
You got some rights. I definitely agree with you on that. You definitely got to do that. All right. I guess that's all we got for tonight. We got we recap everything. We talk about the CDC. We definitely talk about President Trump, and shout out to all the other guys. The other guy that called in talking bad about another minister. We're not responsible for that.
Man, I missed that.
Somebody called in to the show just a few minutes ago.
He did. I don't
know who he was talking about. Did you guys know who he was talking about? I sure didn't know who he was talking about.
I didn't know who he was talking about, but he just said, that minister was claiming to do Black Lives Matter or claiming to do stuff, but he was a fraud, and he wanted to let people know.
It got ugly. It got ugly. He said that the man is pretending to be black.
We got false prophets. Tips in the pulpit. Yes. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, man. Texas. Here goes another interesting story. The city of Fort Worth will be receiving this is interesting. This is coming from Texas Park Association. The city of Fort Worth will be receiving $1.5 million. Where the hell are you getting all this damn money from?
I know.
Okay,
what's wrong with that?
No. I got a problem.
I know, right?
We got a budget deficit of $3.3 trillion, but we can continue to give out $1.5 million to each city. What? Does that even add up to y'all?
No,
it
that
doesn't.
really
I'm
don't
trying to
add
see
up too much.
What they saying that y'all need the money for? Because that's what I want to know.
It's supposed to be for the park.
For a park?
Supposed to beautify the parks, I guess.
Oh, no. No,
man. Can they find something better to do with that money?
I know. I thought it was something more deeper than that. That's shallow to me. Come on, let's do something that's going to empower the community with that money. Do something for the elderly or for the children or something.
Here's my thing. We got too many people out there on the street. We got too many people on the streets, and you want to waste money. Anyway, y'all, we got 2.5 minutes.
And the shelter got less than the city. Now that's something to talk about. The shelter got less money than the city.
Exactly.
But either way it go, I hope they put more money. I don't know. They need to put that money to good use. Betsy Price. They need to put some. Everybody don't have internet. They need to help these kids get computers and internet services. So that they can go
to Taco Bell. They going to Taco Bell and getting taken from their mama.
Hello.
Sad.
I mean, serious. This is sad.
It is sad. It's sad.
It is sad. It's sad.
Terrible.
Show you where our priorities are. Show you where our priorities are.
Yeah. I wonder why the world is going to hell in the handbasket because we don't care.
And we're building up a park.
Yeah.
No.
For what?
No. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I
mean, the park may look good, but you can't eat a park. The park ain't gonna be shelter. There ain't gonna be no shelter at the park. It's gonna look good though, but there ain't gonna be no. It's not gonna help people.
We need to do
All
that.
All right, y'all, man. We got less than a minute left. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Kristen Mesa will be back. Will be with us tomorrow night. So we're gonna have a hot show coming up tomorrow night. And y'all quick shout out. We got less than 30 seconds.
Ladies first.
Hey, I'm Dee. I'm so excited about the show. Y'all keep tuning in. Y'all keep calling. I know we had some technical difficulties, but it's going to get better and better. Trust me. It's going to get better.
Already. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Enlisted Media. Shout out to the Enlisted Management family, and shout out to everybody that's rocking with us. You can find me on Deon Soldier Ballard, DeonSouldier Ballard, BALLARD. You can follow our company on Twitter, Enlisted Media, and on Instagram, NLISTIC_media, MEDIA. And thank you, and have a great night.
Yes.
All right. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to us, and you'll see us again tomorrow. And thank everybody. Shout out to everybody tuning in to us on iHeartRadio. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. All right.